Hey, it's Voo, and I wanted to take a look at what good and bad crosshair placement really look like. A lot of people seem to think just aiming near the head level is good crosshair placement, and it's not terrible, but it's certainly not amazing. So we'll start here with Sky Raider, and he's going to be aiming near the feet here. And it's not the greatest, and he resets again back towards the feet before running in and getting himself killed. And I forget, is that good or bad crosshair placement? Hold on. Alright, so as far as I can tell, aiming low is a bad thing. So if we take a look at another player who is not having the greatest crosshair placement, you can see he's aiming for a kneecapping here if they come out short B. As he rotates over to A, you're going to see something that I think a lot of people wouldn't even understand. Is bad here. He hears a player planting, and he's going to train in on that player as he pushes towards him. The reason that's not actually good crosshair placement is not because he's not aiming where his opponent is. In fact, he is aiming exactly where the opponent he's going for is. However, he needs to be aiming where the threat is. And if someone's planting the bomb, although it's possible they fake, if you think they faked, you probably don't run in like that. Although it's possible they faked, if they did fake, you don't really want to run in like that. He's kind of gambling that they didn't fake the plant, which means the area you should be looking at is not where the bomb is being planted. That's actually a safe area for you for the next few seconds. The dangerous spot is out where the opponents are, out away from truck towards dice or towards long. That's where you should be looking, and then you can easily pivot once you get to the location to actually kill the bomb planter. So if we're going to take a look at slightly better crosshair placement, we'll take a look at EnQuest, and he's going to have his crosshair at head level in a dangerous position. But there's a reason, in fact, that positioning and crosshair placement and movement all tie together, because this would be a great place to have your crosshair if you weren't in the middle of the open from underpass. The most dangerous area is clearly underpass, in that you can easily move slightly to the right, be safe from apartments, have your teammates deal with that because there are 4 of them, and post on underpass. If someone was to come through underpass, there's no possible trade, nobody else is in a position to deal with that location, you simply die. It's really important to understand that just because you have your crosshair at high level doesn't mean you're having it in the right position. It still needs some work. Following that, as he makes his way over to B, his crosshair will be in decent position, but it's not quite right. He's still peeking out on people looking much lower than he should. Optimally, what you want is if you peek out on someone, you don't even want to have to move your crosshair at all, especially when someone's holding static in an angle you can expect. You don't need to move it even a tiny bit, and any movement of the crosshair is going to up the time to kill by quite a bit. Optimally, he would have his crosshair right on people's heads as he peeked out on them, instead of what he's doing here where it's close, it's in the right vicinity, but it's not quite on their head. As it so happens, good crosshair placement is a little bit boring. It doesn't really seem very flashy, but you're going to see it here with whatever this guy's name is. As he gets to the corner here in Palace, you're going to notice he doesn't keep his crosshair directly on the corner. This is what most people with decent crosshair placement mistakenly do. The reality is that they're probably going to be a little bit past the corner by the time you can react, so it's better to put it a little bit away from the corner, and as he crouches, he adjusts it slightly as well. Then heading up, when it comes to peeking angles, players are probably posted in. He's peeking them pre-aiming at the wall to clearly get those angles. Again, this peek towards stairs wasn't perfect. He was a little bit off there, but that is an angle where they can be at multiple different locations, so you can kind of understand that. Backing up, quickly adjusting back to a new crosshair position, and then as he comes over here, in order to be in a good spot, he's making sure he's jumping across, then pre-aiming all of the dangerous spots, and when the bomb is being planted, instead of just kind of sitting with his knife out or being looking the other direction, he's checking angles where someone may come out of to catch the bomb planter and kill him. After that, the round's basically over. It's a 4v1, but you can see how these things chain together, and it's never in a bad spot. It's never done poorly. It's consistently good crosshair placement. Good crosshair placement is oftentimes the lack of bad crosshair placement. It's similar with movement. It needs to consistently be good. It's not something necessarily all that flashy. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope this helped.